This is the story of the Porsche Targa, a car that wasn't supposed to exist, a model that was born out of regulation fears, not passion, and yet, somehow, it became a legend. You might look at a Targa today and think, okay, cool roofline, but why not just buy a convertible? Well, the answer is way more interesting than you'd expect, because the Targa is more than just a Porsche with a funny roof. It's the result of a very specific moment in automotive history, when Porsche had to get creative to survive, and that creativity gave the world something truly unique. Not a coupe, not a cabrio, but something right in between, and maybe even better than both. To understand why the Targa exists, you have to rewind back to the early 1960s. Back then, Porsche was on a roll. The 356 Speedster was already a hit in the United States, and the new 911 was about to change the game entirely. But there was a problem brewing, especially in America. Safety concerns were rising fast. There were serious talks in the US about banning open-top convertibles altogether, especially because of the risks in rollover accidents. Remember, this was the era before airbags, before crumple zones, before modern rollover protection systems. Convertibles were seen by many regulators as dangerous death traps. And here's the catch. The United States wasn't just a market for Porsche, it was the biggest market. Losing the option to sell convertibles there, that could have been devastating for the brand. So Porsche had a tough choice to make: kill the convertible dream or find a way around the problem. Their solution was brilliant. Instead of offering a traditional cabriolet, Porsche designed something entirely new, a car that gave you the wind in your hair experience, but with a fixed, solid roll bar for safety. This wasn't just a compromise, it was a statement. The roll bar wasn't hidden or disguised, it was bold, visible, part of the design language. It told the world, yes, you can have open-top fun, but safely. In 1965, Porsche introduced what they called the Targa version of the 911, named after the famous Targa Florio endurance race in Sicily, where Porsche had seen great success. It wasn't just clever marketing, it was a nod to Porsche's racing roots wrapped into a brand new concept for the street. The very first 911 Targa featured a removable roof panel above the driver and passenger, along with a fixed roll bar across the middle of the car. At the back, you could choose between a fold-down plastic rear window, called the soft window, or a fixed glass window. And just like that, Porsche had created the world's first so-called safety cabriolet. It gave drivers the best of both worlds, the fresh air and freedom of a convertible, with the added sense of security that regulators were demanding. But more importantly, it looked good. It didn't feel like a compromise, it felt like something different, something cool. And while the Americans were debating bans and safety standards, Porsche was already one step ahead, offering a car that was not only safe for us, but also stylish, clever, and unique. The Targa wasn't just born out of necessity, it turned out to be exactly what the market wanted. When Porsche first launched the Targa in 1965, it wasn't clear whether this strange, half-convertible idea would actually catch on.